you.
I'm ready.
The idea is that you go into the museum, you see a cave portrait. If you look about there, okay? You know, I've just got to tell myself, one day at a time, you're going to get it done.
I had a couple of kids, went off, and I came back, and Fred had united the two film festivals and put them here in this amazing venue. And we're showing small movies like Winter's Bone. It was just a marvel to see what Fred had done with this film festival. So I am incredibly proud. Incredibly proud, Fred, to say thank you for what we have going on here tonight. We have a group of people who are ready to take your vision forward. On behalf of the next generation of leadership for this organization, we're going to do our best to make you proud. With that in mind, I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to introduce somebody who's been around for a lot longer and knows Fred a lot better and really understands exactly what Fred has done for this organization. Our advisory board member, Mr. John Shipp.
All right. You're looking at me, but I am not the next generation. Let me tell you about this guy, Fred. In 1996, Fred was on the board of directors with me and others of the Film Society of Greater Kansas City. He was doing the programming and doing a great job. We were working on Film Fest Kansas City at the time, and Fred would sit there and think, and he came up with this idea that, you know, what Kansas City really needs is a film festival for our local filmmakers. You know, they're not seen at Film Fest Kansas City, but they should have their work seen. So he got to work on it, and I guess he talked to people at UMKC, people at the Art Institute, the board of Film Society, et cetera, and he started the Kansas City Filmmakers Jubilee. And it started just like so many things do, but very much organically, and grew and grew and grew. And quite frankly, we have been absolutely amazed at what a terrific festival this guy has created. It's just, it's beyond anything that he could have envisioned or anyone else could have. And this is an applause for Fred to start with. Is anyone here familiar with The Outliers, the book written a few years ago? There's a lot of things that they talk about in The Outliers, but one of the things they talk about is that it seems that anyone who achieves excellence, anyone who becomes a real expert in their field, whether it's Tiger Woods, whether it's Bill Gates, whether it's a championship ballet artist, anyone that becomes a world-class person in whatever they're doing, it seems that they have to dedicate at least 10,000 hours of practice. And if you stop and think about it, that's what Fred did. Over the years, he put in his 10,000 hours and more to help make this festival what it's become. And for that, again, I want to give the guy another round of applause. Because he did all and year after year after year, he was fortunate that he had around him a lot of people who are in this crowd right now, who helped to make that vision come true. And we don't know what it's going to look like in 5 or 10 or 15 years, but this organization and this festival will continue to grow. And I'm proud to be even peripherally associated with it. And with that being said, and of course Fred is sitting here next to his wonderful wife, Jane, who has helped make all this possible for him. And Fred is now directing the Wonderscope Children's Museum of Kansas City and doing a bang-up job on that. He's also on our board of Cinema KC. And we're looking forward to getting a lot more work out of this guy. With that being said, Mr. Andrews, will you come up here? Was a representative for the 5th District here. She was the individual before Reverend Cleaver took over. For 10 years, from 95 to 2005, she was representing us in Congress. And she was a big supporter of Fred and of this organization. This says, the Karen McCarthy Outstanding Service to the KC Film Community Award It's presented by the Kansas City Filmmakers Jubilee. It's presented to Fred G. Andrews on this date. Fred, you deserve this and much, much more. Have a deal away, Fred is going to take it.
Thank you, everyone. As you know, sometimes I can talk a little long, but I won't tonight. I never expected to be back here for any number of reasons, but I'm very proud that we've got good leadership now with the Jubilee, which is what I'll always call it. And the future looks bright. And I hope that this would be kind of a legacy for me. And I think now that it will. I was told by some people that I put too much emphasis on the filmmaker. And I thought, okay, your point, please. The thing is if you're doing a film festival, you can't do a film festival without filmmakers. And they are also your toughest audience. And why I started the Jubilee was to enable our local filmmakers to grow and succeed in some way, to be a catalyst, provide them opportunities for professional development, give them opportunities to meet people who can further their career, the skills and creativity that they want to exhibit to tell their stories. Now, there's been a lot of change in filmmaking, but it still always boils down to the storytelling. Doesn't matter what the technology is, yeah, you've got to learn those things. But it keeps changing, keeps moving. But ultimately, it's about telling good stories that compel people to want to see them. And my idea behind the Jubilee was to give the Kansas City community an opportunity to discover this great local artistic community that is the Kansas City filmmakers. So I feel confident that this will go forward. There's a lot of other groups that are helping in and throwing in, like Cinema KC, the Kansas City Women in Film, and others. And so the whole thing about the Jubilee was collaboration, and I see that going forward too. So thank you very much for this, and I look forward to seeing all of you back, and even more and better films in 2014. Thank you very much.
Congratulations once again, Fred. And you get to keep the box.